We're at the halfway point of the season, and the Tigers are still looking for answers. Last week, the Tigers had a great chance to win a district game versus Chester County, but just couldn't get across the finish line in the second half. Tonight is a culmination of a 3-game district road schedule. Can the Tigers find a way to get a road win before returning home next week? A very good Cavaliers team stands in the way. We are in Alamo, Tennessee, the home of Crockett County High School. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll. Kendall is on assignment tonight, and this is the Central Bank Tiger pregame show. We'll be back with a look at tonight's game when we return in 1 minute. Welcome to Hardin County Football, the Central Bank Tiger pregame show. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll, and we're in Alamo, Tennessee, home of the Crockett County Cavaliers. Crockett County has a rich history of football dating back to the 70s and 80s and 90s. They've had some times where things were a little bit lean, but have things back on schedule, it seems like, the last couple of years. Hardin County 1-3, 0-2, limps into this game after a 33-12 loss to Chester County last week. And then let's see, you talking about, Kurt, a must-win. We talked about it last week. This week is a must-win, especially in the district standings.
Well, I mean, you're looking at a 10-game schedule, and dropped 2 of the first 3 games, and there's not a lot of wiggle room, and they're going to be playing against good opponents. So, I mean, they're going to have their work cut out for them down the stretch. Although we will get, I think, 4 home games coming up?
Yeah, we got 4 out of the last 5 we're at home.
That's always a positive.
That's always a positive. All but 1 will be district games. But last week, Tigers couldn't overcome a backup quarterback and a defensive tackle wearing number 70. He had a career night last week against our offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it all through the broadcast. He was a dominating force. He's one of those kind of guys that most everybody he plays against, they're going to have to use 2 guys to be able to slow him down. He was a really good player. Saw him after the game, and you could see why he was a good player. He had all the physical tools. Big kid, fast off the ball, just created chaos in the middle of the field. So, yeah, and if I'm right, and I may be jumping ahead of you here about Crockett County, but I think they've got one of those type player running backs that's supposed to be a really solid player. So, there's always a challenge. I mean, every game you're in, there's something that you've got to overcome or somebody you got to account for. And I'm just hoping the defense can find those answers that they've been looking for in the first 3 games.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the Dyer County game, we told you didn't get to go to that game, but it was a heck of an offensive game plan. We played well, saw a lot of different looks, got Aiden out of the pocket, short, quick passes, let the skill guys do their things out in the open field, took a couple of shots that paid off downfield. Last week, we kind of kept him in the pocket. That didn't work out. And so we're trying different things. And talking to some of the coaching staff, too, there was a lot of times where it was blocked up the right way, and we just may have missed a hole a time or 2. But it's the little things that we don't see that they see on film that is really holding this team back.
Well, I mean, you take that defensive tackle that we're talking about. If you've got a double team block on him and one of your center or your guard goes the wrong direction and doesn't complete the double team block, that guy's going to beat you one-on-one. So, I mean, everybody may do the right thing on that play except the guard who missed a block, and that one block may be sacking our quarterback. So, I mean, you got to be on that same page, and there's a lot of new guys, playing right now. You're talking about, I can guarantee you the ones that are starting this year that haven't either played before or had limited field time before, that it's five games in before you really start just being able to play without thinking about it. Everything starts becoming natural.
I'm sorry.
And they're just in that situation now.
Well, that game couldn't have started out better last week. We get a pick right off the bat. They take the ball. We get the pick. We're on our side of the field, but we kind of came out a little bit conservative. The question is, and it kind of goes back to that Tennessee game last week too when we got the sack fumble. Why didn't you go for the home run ball? We decided to try to establish our run game. Couldn't get anything going. And I think, man, we lost a lot of momentum right there because the next series they went right down the field and scored.
Well, and you can look, hindsight, but they watch hours and hours of film study, and they knew what Chester County had as a team. I'm sure they looked at all three of their first three games, and the game plan said we could be conservative, and that was probably the idea was control the ball, eat up clock, thinking that they could 3 yards in a cloud of dust type offense, and they just went from that fumble to playing their regular offense that they had planned for that game. And I don't know that it was conservative. It was just probably in the game plan.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, let's take a timeout. We're in Alamo, Tennessee. This is the Central Bank Tiger pregame show. We'll come back and take a look more at both teams. We'll take a look at the Cavaliers when we return right after this quick timeout. All right, welcome back to the Central Bank Tiger pregame show right here from Alamo, Tennessee. Real quick, I want to mention we have been on the road the last 3 weeks. The Tigers will be back home next Friday night. ECS out of Memphis will be in town. It's Go night, so wear your go. Come out and support Team Aaron and all the work that they have done. And if you want a T-shirt, call up there at the high school. They'll get you hooked up. If you don't want a T-shirt and would like to make a donation, they'll take that as well. All the proceeds go to St. Jude Hospital. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And so, Team Aaron has done an outstanding job in their fight to remember Aaron and also to help other families out of this dreaded disease. So remember that next week, home ECS Go night at Jim Carroll Stadium. These two teams come in, Kirk, with opposite records. We're 1-3, 0-2. They're 3-1, 1-1. Their only loss, and one of our losses, is to Dyer County. Dyer County beat them 14-12. I believe that was the final score a couple of weeks ago. And then last year, these two teams played right here. It was a non-district matchup, and the Tigers were defeated 35-12. So, we played them here last year. They come into our district, and, we're back over here again. But you were talking earlier about their tailback, They've got an outstanding tailback, a big tailback. I remember him from last year. They also have an outstanding linebacker that I do believe that he could possibly be out tonight due to something that happened in last week's game that he might have got thrown out of the game. So we don't know that for sure, but he could be out. But anything we can get will help. One of the things that we're going to have to do against somebody that's really got a strong running game, a big running back, is going to be the offense and defensive line. The defensive line of scrimmage has kind of been tough for us. We've played well at times, but it's going to be a challenge.
Well, the defense has struggled. I mean, there's just no way around it. The defense has given up quite a bit of yardage. You can still stay in a ball game if your offense will pick up your defense, but the defense is still trying to find that magic mix, and that's going to be the difference in this ball game.
All right, we're about to play the national anthem. We'll take a quick timeout from Alamo, Tennessee. We'll be back with more of the pregame show right after this. All right, welcome back to Alamo, Tennessee. The Cavalier Band playing the national anthem. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff here. This is the Central Bank Tiger pregame show as the Tigers are making their way onto the field from the south end zone. Beautiful stadium, Kirk. This is kind of the trend around here. It seems like Lexington got theirs built last year, and Hardin County's improved with theirs. You know, jumbotrons, the lights. This one's a turf field, and great location for it on campus, and a pretty stadium to play on. I don't know that playing on turf is any different than playing on grass sometimes, especially this time of year where we're in a drought. It's like playing on concrete right now.
Yeah, well, there's the pros and cons, and I've heard them. A lot of coaches and football enthusiasts don't like the turf fields because they think that a lot of knee injuries they try to attribute to a turf field. But you've got like the Georgia Dome and all the NFL fields that are indoor with artificial turf. So, I mean, I don't know, but you're right. There's no maintenance on it to amount to anything. I mean, you probably have a good blower, and that's all you'd need to keep it in good shape.
Well, the Tigers have come out on the field from the north end zone. They took a long walk over and waiting the Cavaliers for this home game for the Cavaliers. So some of the keys for tonight for Hardin County to try to stay in this game against what could be one of the better offenses that we've played all year.
Well, and also something that we haven't talked about is I don't know if you've got the numbers on it or not, but there are a lot of players that are playing both ways, offense and defense. And ideally, you would love to have 11 guys on defense that don't play on offense, and they could stay fresher throughout the game. I can't really remember a time that I thought being out of shape or being worn down. Maybe that towards the end of the Henderson or Chester County game, I think they may have had some fatigue in that game because the defense was on the field so long. But that can be a factor because it's a pretty hot, muggy night tonight, and you're going to have 5 or 6 guys probably playing on both sides of the ball. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Other district matchups tonight. North Side will be at Dyer County. Liberty will be at South Side. And Chester County at Lexington for tonight. So Tigers have their captains out on the field. They're waiting for the Cavaliers to make their entrance into the stadium. Not a full house yet, but I'm sure there's going to be quite the crowd here for this big district matchup. Let's take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the coin toss and we'll have the opening kickoff. This is Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. The captains are out on the field. It'll be Caleb Murphy, Corbin Smith, Lamarian White, and Maddox Ruddle for the Tigers. The Tigers are in all white. Their away jerseys and pants with maroon stripes and the maroon helmet. And the home Cavaliers are in a crimson jersey with white pants and a crimson helmet. So the toss has been made. And Hardin County wins a toss, and we want to take the ball first. So, Kurt, we want to put our offense on the field first.
Well, you know, the offense has been stronger than the defense. That's probably what most people would do is go with your strength right off the bat, and the offense has been able – there's some players on the offense that can make big plays. And the thing about the big play and relying on the big play, I know Lamarian's had 2 or 3, and Keaton Davis has – had 2 or 3 big plays where they use their speed and can make a difference. And it's great, you know, for team momentum when they can make those exciting, explosive plays. But it also, you keep waiting on an explosive play, and that's when you want to be able to grind it out and get those first downs and keep the other team off the field. So offense has got some weapons. It's just if they can execute.
I'll tell you one thing that'll help. The White Hat, he's got a microphone tonight, so that'll help.
Yeah.
Take a lot of guesswork out. Hey, let's take a quick timeout. The Cavaliers are getting set to come out on the field. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff. This is Hardin County Football on 93.5 FM. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right, welcome to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, and the WKWX app, streaming live on our YouTube channel, Slice 93, as we bring it to you live. The Tigers won the toss. They elect to receive the kick. Kicking off for Crockett County will be Noah Mayfield, a junior. He'll set it up on the far hash. We're on the east side of the field. They'll be kicking from south to the north end zone. So back deep is Davis and White for the Tigers. Last week, an outstanding kicker for Chester County. We'll see what they have tonight. Here's a high end-over-end kick. Fair catch called for by Corbin Smith, and that's where the Tigers will take over. First down, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. So Aiden Coleman will bring them out. He'll go into a shotgun formation, empty backfield, 3 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side. 3-man front. Here's a snap. Looking. Now rolls to the right, still looking. Thought he had somebody. He's under pressure, running to the sideline. Now he'll throw it out of bounds.
Thought he could have gotten it to Keaton. I couldn't see him. Keaton had 2 guys in front of him, and when the play broke down, he started to scramble. They came up after the quarterback and kind of left Keaton alone, but he was running for his life at that time too.
So it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33. Coleman now will put Ruddle to his left. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. They're working on this side of the hash. Here's a handoff to Ruddle. Picks up a yard or 2 maybe.
Handoff to Maddox Ruddle. Tackled there by Moran Hobson and Austin Carroll for the Cavaliers. It's 3rd down and 9 now for the Tigers. This 3rd down is brought to you by Gibson Connect.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Coleman's going to keep it. Has some running room at the 35, and then dancing around and will be knocked down as he got out to about the 38-yard line. So the Tigers will go 3 and out, and they'll have to punt it away.
That was a called run for the quarterback, and first 4 yards, yeah, he had a pretty good, but give them credit. They closed the gap down really fast and got to him and didn't let him get to the first down.
So here's the snap. Ben Duncan will punt it away. End over end kick will be taken at the 25. He's at the 30. He's at the 40-yard line. Then he'll be knocked down there.
Landon Browder got it.
Yeah, Landon Browder met him. And a good stick by Landon. So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 Cavaliers at their own 42-yard line. Burgess will be the quarterback. Ben Burgess, that is.
I don't know if that good running back was number 32.
It is.
But he is a.
Woods is his name.
He's a big one.
Shotgun formation for the Cavaliers. 2 receivers right and left. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking. Fires, got a man right open at the 30. Makes a move back to the 25, 10, 5. Touchdown Cavaliers on play number 1.
Yeah, he just ran 3-9 routes, and we had
Luton with the catch.
Yeah, they ran their slot just right down the seam. He got behind our defender. Safety was on the other side of the field, and there was no way he was going to get over there in time to break that play up. just good call.
So play number 1 yields a touchdown. The kick is up, and the kick by Mayfield is good. And after 2 offensive series, they're up 7-0. 10:07 to go here in the first. This is Hardin County Football on 93.5 FM. Back in 30 seconds. All right, welcome back to Alamo, Tennessee. The Cavaliers strike first, a 58-yard touchdown pass from Burgess to Luton. The extra point good. And with 10:07 to go here in the first quarter, 7-0 our score.
Mayfield says to kick it off.
So Lightning struck pretty quick. Here's Mayfield's kick, this time a little deeper. It's going to be taken at the 20-yard line. Tigers have it there at the 30. And then he's going to be knocked down at about the 33-yard line.
Good pooch kick. Got a lot of height on it. They were able to get downfield in time. By the time we caught the ball, we only had about 4 yards of open space before he was going to be hit by the upbacks.
Chris Rodriguez on the run back. So the Tigers have it first down at their 33. Coleman will take it right up the gut, moves to the left across the 35 down close to the 40-yard line. So a good pickup on first down.
Good run, good call play, well executed. Had a lot of space for him to work. He slipped a little bit, or I think he may have gotten another couple of yards, but they created a lot of room for him to run that time. Good play.
So it'll be second down, 2nd and 3 from the 40. Here's a snap. Coleman again right up the middle. Just lowers his head. Goes behind the offensive line. Big Caleb Murphy over there. And picks up about a yard to the.
We needed 3 and
more
got half
yard.
of it.
Yeah, got half of it. But close to the 42-yard line. So it'll be third down. 3rd and 1 for Hardin County. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. They're stacked inside. Tried a hard count. Now he'll look over to the sideline. That's Coleman. Ruddle to his right. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Ruddle. Close to a first down. They're trying to drive him back, and then Big Murphy just pushed him forward. And I think that's enough. It is for a Hardin County Bank first down.
That is an unusual first down. The defender had him picked up off the ground, and Murphy pushed the defender while the defender was holding him in the air and got the first down. That's the closest you can get as a tackle to get a first down.
So they're running behind the left side over here primarily for Hardin County. 3-man front, 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side now. Here's a snap, looking to throw, still looking. Fires down the field, he's got White, complete, and drops it. Golly, Bill had him at the 20-yard line at a good thrown ball, and he couldn't come up with it.
Kind of had to lay out for it a little bit. I mean, it wasn't going to be one of those that hit him in stride, but it was one of those that you would want him to catch.
So that'll bring up second down, 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. So Coleman will bring them to the line. He'll send 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. They're scrimmaging from the left hash. Now they'll give it to Lamarian. He has a little bit of running room and a burst of speed as he gets out to around the 48-yard line. He had a little pop there, Kurt.
Yeah, and he's strong. I mean, he's not just fast. He's got some kick.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 7. For the Tigers. 7:33 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 our score. Coleman, shotgun formation. Now he'll move Lamarion to the right. Here comes a penalty flag.
Somebody on line move.
So false start on the offense on our center.
Snap infraction.
So that'll move them back, and it'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 12. Third down, 3rd and 12 for the Tigers. Now they're going to go trips. Now where they're moving receivers around now, they were misaligned. They go 2 receivers right and left. Ruddle, the tailback. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires it to Ruddle, complete in the backfield. Has some running room, and then he's going to be quickly taken down as he goes across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. And the Tigers will have to punt it away. So the penalty flag kind of hurt us there. Moved us back behind the sticks.
It's not a team that they need to play really clean ball.
Here's Duncan to punt it away. Here's a little bit of a rush, and it goes off the side of his foot. And let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot it. I think punt's going to net a yard, as they're going to spot it at the 49. That one went off the side of Ben's foot.
Yeah, and they had a rush guy coming off the end that was kind of getting in his eye too. May have made him rush just a little bit, but yeah, they didn't need a 1-yard punt.
So they'll spot it on their side of the field at the 49, I do believe.
The chains are not in the right spot.
Yeah, he's not on the right spot.
They got to go 12 yards. No, they didn't move the chain. No, they moved the ball. There you go.
So they'll spot it at our 49. 1st down, 1st and 10. Burgess and Woods in the backfield. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Woods. Trying the left side. He's hit and knocked down. Ellis Smith comes up out of the pile with a tackle for the Tigers. Picks up about 3. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Burgess in the shotgun. Here's a snap. He's going to keep it right up the middle of the field. Has running room at the 40. Then he's going to be upended at the 35. Falls to the 36. And I think that was Ruddle on the tackle. Maddox may have got the worst end of that deal, but now they go in the hurry up. It'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 Cavaliers as they move it to the 34. Here comes Big Woods right in the middle, just pounding his way across the 30 to the 29. He's like a bowling ball out there. He was going in all different directions.
Yeah, he's a Jerome Bettis type runner for all you old guys that remember him playing at Notre Dame.
So they're back on the line quickly. 2 receivers right and left. Here's a snap. Burgess is going to keep it again. Still on his feet. Breaks out of the pack at the 20. He's at the 10, 5, and he's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. 29-yard run by Burgess.
Kind of a replay for the quarterback. He can either give it to his back or keep it, and they had 2 guys pulling, leading up in the hole, and he got in right behind them, and they couldn't find him, and he broke out for the score.
So Mayfield in the kick. The extra point is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 4:53 to go here in the first quarter. Our new score, Crockett County 14, Hardin County nothing. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM. Back in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Alamo, Tennessee. Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll bringing you the action tonight in this district matchup. Right now, it's all Cavaliers. Kendall is on assignment tonight. He'll be back next week. Tigers will be at home. ECS in town out of Memphis. It'll be go night at Jim Carroll Stadium. But right now, we got our hands full. Mayfield will kick it off. Here's a high end over end kick. Corb calls for a fair catch and gets it at the 28. They spotted at the 27. And it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers.
Pretty
from
consistent.
their own 27 now. They got one first down in the second drive, and then a penalty kind of killed that drive. They had it 3rd and 7 and put them behind the sticks. So first down, 1st and 10 from the 27. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Wyke in at tailback to his left. They'll give it to Lamarian. No, that's not Lamarian.
Rodriguez, isn't it? No.
That's Isaiah Bingham.
Yeah, that's Bingham.
Isaiah into the game. Picked up about 3. 2nd down, 2nd and 7. Ben White got hurt last week. He looked like he may have got concussed, and hadn't seen him out here at all. 2 receivers left, 1 on the right. 3-man front for the Cavaliers. Here's a snap. Here comes Bingham again. This time he's going to be met right at the end by the defensive end and maybe give him the line of scrimmage. Kirk, it's going to be tough to run on them because they've got 7, sometimes 8 right there within a yard or 2 of the line of scrimmage.
That's true. And then like those last couple of runs, they were running from the hash side to the boundary, which is not as much space, and the corner gets to get in there and help on the tackle too.
Now they'll go 3 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side. They're going from the north to the south end zone. They're scrimmaging here on the near hash. Here's a snap. Looking, under pressure, now rolls out, fires. It's going to be complete. Keeps it, bobbles it around. Now he'll make a move to the inside down to the 40-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. And that is Snodgrass on the catch for the Tigers. And so they'll get a Hardin County Bank first down on the pass and catch and run by Snodgrass.
Yeah, good run after the catch. I mean, it was I wouldn't say it was all like Walter Payton, but he did make a great cut between 2 guys and split them.
Now they'll stack them up over here to the near side. Here's a snap. Here's Ruddle trying to get outside and power around. He's being knocked around, and he's going to be down after a pickup of a couple, maybe 3 yards. Boy, big Caleb Murphy, he took his guy all the way across the field. You see that?
Yeah.
Pancaked him in front of our bench. Just kind of mauled him over here. 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Man in motion near side. Here's a snap. This time Coleman's going to keep it. He's across the 45 down to or up to the 48. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and a long 3 for the first down. They need to get to the Cavaliers 49.
This really is 3 downs in a cloud of dust. 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards.
Yeah, 1:58 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers trail 14-0.
Running hard. They're playing hard. They're just behind.
Coleman in the shotgun. Ruddle to his right. And now it looks like we're going to call a timeout. We look confused, and Coach Seaton walks down and asks for a timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:41 to go here in first quarter. Crockett County on top, 14-0. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right, third down, 3rd and 3 for the Tigers. The ball up at the 48 of the Tigers. Here's a snap. Coleman's going to keep it, tries to get outside, hit at the 50-yard line, and then knocked down.
They're playing it.
Maybe a little bit short.
They're playing it for 4 down.
He's short. Well, they move it back to the 50. He landed on the other side, Kurt. In their territory, they push it back to right at the 50-yard line. The nose of the football is touching the 50, so we need a yard. So White and Browder go out to the far side. Snodgrass here to the near side. They'll go in the power formation with Corbin at fullback, Ruddle at tailback. We'll go under center. They're all crunched in, and here comes a little tush push, and they get him across the line, and that'll be enough for a Tiger first down. Hardin County Bank first down, and they keep the drive going.
He really had a knee down early. I don't know if you saw that or not, but they spotted it where he, right in front of where his knee went down. We got a good spot out of him then.
Now they'll send Ruddle and Snodgrass to the right, Lamarian and Browder here to the near side. They're scrimmaging from the near hash, shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Looks to throw. Now he'll pull it down, and he gets tripped up. As they were in our backfield, and our offensive lineman and their defensive lineman hit Coleman and knocked everything off stride then. A pickup of maybe a yard. 2nd down, 2nd and 9. And the clock is winding down, and it will be all zeros. That's the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, Crockett County 14, Hardin County nothing. This is Hardin County Football on 93.5 FM. We'll be back in 1 minute. Welcome back to Alamo, Tennessee. Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll. This is Hardin County football. 1 quarter in the books. Tigers trail 14-0. But driving, they're in Cavalier territory at their 48. Here's a snap. Coleman looking, fires down the middle of the field, has a man open and overshoots Browder at the 10-yard line. Man, he got a couple of steps on the defender. And Aiden just put a little air under that. That might have been 6 for the Tigers, but it's coming back.
I like the way they're trying to use the run game to set up the big hit play. That was there. That's 2 times that they've pretty much had a chance at the big. That would have been a touchdown if it had been on target.
Tigers started this drive at their own 27, picked up a couple of first downs, and they have it at the Cavalier 48. 3-man rush, 2 receivers to the left, or excuse me, 1 to the left, 2 here to the near side. Here's a snap, looking left, fires. Now I think it's complete. It is complete to
Lamar
White, but it's going to be short of the first down. They'll spot it down at the 41-yard line.
They'll go again. Down 14 early.
This is a 9-play drive for the Tigers that started at their own 27. They ate up most of the first half clock. Unfortunately, the Cavaliers struck in about 4 plays, 14 points. 4th down, 4th and 3. Coleman in the shotgun. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Ruddle. Tries to bounce outside. Nothing there. Still on his feet. Breaks out of the pack, and he'll have the first down to the 36, and that was all second effort for Maddox Ruddle.
That's as good a run as you'll see for 5 yards. For 5 yards, he was hit a yard deep in the backfield and broke 4 tackles to be able to get that first down. That's just all effort, all Ruddle.
So that'll be a Hardin County Bank first down for the Tigers as they move it down to the 36-yard line of the Cavaliers. Now they'll go 2 receivers to the left, 2 backs in the backfield as Hardin has entered the game. Here's a snap. Ruddle again. They're running that way behind Hardin. Has a little bit of running room. He's hit hard and spun sideways, but he gets inside the 35 to the 34.
Never could really get his shoulders turned upfield. Could never get his momentum going north and south.
Well, they're throwing a little bit of every kind of alignment you can imagine right now at the Cavaliers. 2 receivers left. Now Hardin will stay in. He'll be the flanker to the left. And we'll have a tight end in the game with Smith. Here's a snap, rolling to the left. That's Coleman. Still on his feet, turns it upfield, and he might have a yard. That was a quarterback keeper all the way. Trying to get outside. Ruddle was a lead blocker.
Yeah,
just couldn't get out there.
That's what I told you off air was we were getting them blocked on the edge. We're just not getting to the linebacker on the next level. And they brought Hardin in, and the linebacker reacted great. He got upfield and didn't ever let Coleman get north and south. We got to find some north and south.
Now he'll go with Lamarian to the left. Davis here to the near side. They're going from the south to the north. Here's a drop back, looking to the right. Still looking. Got a man open over the middle of the field. And he just throws it away, basically, as I think he saw that defensive back there about where he thought Davis might be and threw it in the end zone. So incomplete pass, 4th down now. 4th and about 7 to go for the first down. The ball at the 33 of the Cavaliers. 9:25 to go here in the first half. Tigers trail 14-0. 2 receivers left and right. Coleman barking out the call. Here's a snap. Drops back. Here comes a blitz under pressure. Sack. He was coming. Ruddle didn't pick him up. And the Tigers will turn it over. They sack him back to the 41. So a 13-play drive ends in a turnover on downs. And the Cavaliers will take over now. First down, 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Burgess in the shotgun formation, Woods behind him. They'll give it to Woods right up the gut. Had some running room there. Went through a arm tackle right at the point of contact and still picks up about 5. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 5 for the Cavaliers. He moves it out to the 46. Burgess will send 2 receivers left, 1 to the right now. Tigers trying to get lined up, 4-man front. Woods to his left. High snap, gives it to Woods right at the middle. Has a 1st down at the 50, still on his feet at the 44. Across the 40 down to about the 33-yard line, 34-yard line. And that'll be a 1st down. Man, he put on the moves for a big fella. Once he got in the clear.
They're getting some double team blocks on their 2nd level. And once they cross that first
down, 1st and 10 from the Tigers 34. Burgess pulls it, fires over the middle, complete and dropped. Had him open, but he saw some flashes of white coming at him. That was Luton, the intended receiver. He's already got a score in this game. Had him open over the middle, just couldn't come down with it. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 10.
good coverage. He just had a long time to wait for him to clear.
2nd down, 2nd and 10. Here's Woods. This time he's hitting the backfield and dropped.
Good play by Rodriguez. Took on the block, got low. Made that big back of theirs have to kind of bounce it back, and then got help from his end. That was a pretty good play by our end, Rodriguez.
So a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 12 as they spot it back to the 36-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. They're going from the north to the south. Woods is to the left of Burgess in the shotgun formation, 4-man front for the Tigers. Here comes a man in motion. He'll fake it to him, and then he's going to be blasted. And now here comes a flag. His helmet comes falling off. Hardin just absolutely waxed him. They're going to get him for hitting up high, I guess.
I think they're going to throw a flag because his helmet came off. That was a quick reaction to a great tackle.
It's against us.
Oh, they're going to say that it was spearing or, head-to-head contacts. I don't really.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Yeah, I saw the face mask. They didn't get Hardin. I saw the face mask. They didn't throw the flag.
I didn't see the face mask. I thought they were going to.
Yeah, no, I saw that. But Hardin came up and put a shot on Burgess.
Yeah, he got hammered.
As he turned it upfield. He felt that one. He's had to deal with a couple of high snaps, though, and that's kind of throwing the timing off a little bit. But that gun, we had them 3rd and 12, and now 1st and 10.
Yeah, 20 yards.
Yeah.
20 yards in penalties early in the ball game. Like I said, a team that needs to execute clean without any penalties.
So they've got it spotted at the 21 of the Tigers. 1st down, 1st and 10 Cavaliers. Here's a snap, looking left, throwing in the corner of the end zone. Good coverage by Maddox as he knocks it down at the last moment. So Maddox had position on him, and it was a little bit underthrown. Maddox knocked it down for the incompletion, so it'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 10. 7:18 to go here in the half. Crockett County 14, Hardin County nothing.
Same play that Chester County scored on us that we didn't get it knocked down. Identical play, a little fade route there in the end zone.
Here's a snap. He'll give it to Woods, trying to get outside. He breaks it back to the inside and then somersaults at the 10-yard line. That'll be enough for first and goal as he'll get it to the 7.
He's a load. You let him get momentum.
Well, Isaiah Bingham was out there, but he made a move on him. So it'll be first and goal from the 7. Here's a snap. Now here comes a flag. So false start on the Cavaliers, and that'll move it back 5. Kirk,
That'll help.
This crew's for real. They've all got microphones.
Well, when I officiated, I'd rather have been seen and not heard.
So it'll be second down. Or excuse me, first down. They'll move it back out to the 13. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Woods, trying to get outside. He's at the 10. Lowers his head there at the 5. Backs his way in to the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
Just got on the edge. We got the edge blocked down, and safety had to come up and try to make the tackle, but by then he already had his momentum. That wasn't going to happen. Easy score for them.
So they build their lead to 20-14. Mayfield in the kick. 20-0. Mayfield in the kick. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:33 to go in the half. 21-0 our score. Crockett County on top. You're listening to Hardin County Football 93.5 FM. Back after this. Hey, start your sports Saturday in the morning with Sports Talk right here on 93.5 FM at 9 a.m. Coach Seaton will be in with me and Kurt. We'll talk to him about tonight's game and next week's game as the Tigers will finally be at home. ECS in town for Gold Night. Also, we'll talk about the UT UAB game coming up right here on 93.5 FM. The Ball Network will take over at 10. They'll lead you up to the kickoff at 11:45 from Knoxville. And then if that's not enough, on Monday, be sure to tune in at 5 p.m. for Big Orange Rewind. They'll take a look at Saturday's game and get you ready for the next week's game as well. Here's a high end-over-end kick. Fumbled at the 20-yard line. Davis reaching for it. Now finally gets it. It's got a man there and picks up a couple of yards, gets something out of nothing. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Tigers.
Let that kick get into his shoulder pads. I mean, they bounced. Ball got into his breastplate and ricocheted off his hands then and really did mess him up.
First down, 1st and 10 Tigers at their 22-yard line, trailing 21-0. They just come off a long drive, a 13-play drive that ended with a turnover on downs on a sack on fourth down. Two receivers here to the near side. One back behind Coleman. He'll give it to Ruddle, trying to get outside. And now he'll cut it back to the middle of the field right at the pursuit, but he'll get it out to the 25. We had it blocked up, I thought, out here, but he chose to cut it back to the flow, but picked up a couple on the play.
Yeah, they've been stingy on their edges. We haven't been able to do a whole lot once we get out there. They got really good pursuit. Usually if they got really good pursuit, that means that your offensive line is not being able to keep them corralled up very long because they're all being able to get out there and help about 3 yards downfield.
Snodgrass and Davis here to the near side. Shotgun formation. They're going from the south to the north end zone. Here's a snap. This time Coleman will fake the handoff. He'll keep it, looking for some running room on that left side behind Murphy. And nothing there. They stacked it up.
Third down to the Tigers.
So that'll bring up third down, third and about 7. They need the 32 for the first down.
You know, they've had some guys open when they've thrown the ball. They just haven't been able to connect on it. I think they're going to have to open up because, like you said earlier, there's 7 guys in the box right now.
Now we got to call a timeout because we're misaligned again out here to the outside. I don't know if Snodgrass or Davis, somebody wasn't in the right spot, and Coach Seaton is going to ask for a timeout. 4:56 to go here in the half. 21-0 our score. We'll take a quick timeout. This is Hardin County Football, 93.5 FM. Third down, 3rd and 7. Trips right. Lamarian, the lone receiver, to the left. Now Ruddle in motion right. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looking. Trying to tunnel screen. It's not there, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. Trying to get the tunnel screen to Lamarian. It was covered. And a good heads-up play by Coleman. He just had to get rid of it. He had nowhere else to go.
Well, they're not able to create any space. I mean, they're not getting any really genuine holes in the run games between the tackles, and then when they get outside, the pursuit's getting to them, and then when they're trying to throw the ball, they're just not connecting or they're not finding the open guy.
Pickens deep. Duncan will punt it away. A low one. It's going to hit and take a Tiger bounce inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line, where we'll down it there. And the Cavaliers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Tonight's winner is Max Wood. Max Wood, see Coach Shelton next week.
I believe every one of their drives has started within 10 yards of itself. This one's a little deeper. They've usually started between the 40 and our 49 on each possession, and that makes for a shorter field.
Burgess will bring them to the line. Receiver to the right, 3 here to the near side. Woods to his left. Shotgun formation, 4-man front for the Tigers. First down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Woods in the middle, and this time he's going to be stuffed, maybe picked up a yard.
Good job down there in the middle. Those guys got low and created a pile, just didn't give him anywhere to run.
Green in there on the tackle with the initial stop. Picked up a yard. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 9. Same formation, 3 receivers left, 1 on the right. Here's a snap. Rolling to his left is Burgess. Fires, got a man open at the 40, makes a move to the outside, and then he's going to be knocked down. That'll be enough for a first down. out to the 48.
That's enough for a Cavalier first down.
We had a shot at him, about 5 yards downfield, and just kind of whiffed on that one. And then the next guy came in and made the tackle, but he is able to inch out a first down.
3:54 to go in the half. Tigers trail 21-0. Cavaliers have the ball, scrimmaging from the near hash. 3 receivers right now. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Woods, trying to get outside. They get the edge. He's at the 50, at the 45. Flags flying everywhere. Still on his feet at the 40, at the 35. And then runs out of bounds. But I think we're going to get a crackback block. I think.
Crackback or hold.
Somebody for the Tigers on that side over there took one about chin high. So let's see what the call is. And now Mr. Whitehat wants to talk to the official over here on Crockett County's sideline.
Crockett County official wants a name and a number.
4 and 4 in the backfield, offense. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, illegal blindside block.
Yeah.
Number 2, offense.
Good job, Steve.
Well, I saw it, but I didn't see the first flag was, what do you say, too many people in the backfield? So,
yeah, they didn't have got to have 7 men on the line. They had 6.
That'll march it back to the 34, where they'll have it. Let's see, as soon as he first and a bunch. So first down, back at the 34 now. So Burgess will look over to the sideline. First down, 3:34 to go. Clock stopped on the penalty. 2 receivers right and left. Woods to his right. Now man in motion back in front of him. Fake it to him. He's looking. Now he throws it down the sideline and off the fingertips of his intended receiver, Dennis.
Pretty good coverage by Keaton Davis out there running. He had man coverage on the wide out, and it was just the 2 of them, and ball just skinnied off his fingertips.
Well, they had the little out and up, the pump fake, but a good job by Keaton on the coverage. That'll bring up second down.
He's got good speed. I mean, he was actually had about 6 yard separation in his speed. He closed it and got to him right before the ball did.
Here's a snap. Looking. Now here comes a screen back to the inside. There's a lot of Tigers there. And now he runs in to the arms of Javier Chavez.
Their tunnel screen lost more yardage than ours did, and we threw it away. So he didn't have anywhere to go. He just kept going. He just kept going backwards.
Yeah, we had good pursuit over there. We had about 5 or 6 Tigers over there waiting on him. And then
he tried to
Chavez
reverse
got
field.
him. Yeah, wasn't nothing there though.
He couldn't get deep enough fast enough.
So they're going backwards. Third down, third and about 29. 2:42 to go. Now trips here to the near side. Here's a snap. Rolling this way is Burgess. Looking. Now under pressure. Moves the pocket. Fires. And it's going to be complete at the 48-yard line. He's immediately knocked down by Ruddle, but he's going to be a long way away from the first down. Well, he picks up a chunk of it. It's going to be 4th down.
8.
And 8. They may just keep them out there. They're going
7 now.
Yeah, they're going to keep them out there.
Yeah, why not?
So a big 4th down play now for the Tiger defense. 4th down, 4th and 8 for the Cavaliers. They have it on the Tigers' 48. 2 receivers right and left. Woods to the left of Burgess. They're going to try to make them jump. Hard count. Now they want to take a timeout and talk about it. That's easy for me to say. We'll take a timeout with them. 1:45 to go here in the half. Cavaliers on top, 21-0. We'll have a 4th down play when we return. This is Hardin County Football, 93.5 FM. Well, the Cavaliers tried to draw us, took the timeout, and now they'll send Mayfield out for their first punt, if indeed they do punt it. Back deep is Davis. 1:45 to go in the half. Stay tuned for the Central Bank halftime show at the conclusion of the first half. They're going to fake it. They've got it at the 40, at the 35. Down the sideline he goes at the 20, makes a move to the inside, 10, touchdown. I just said,
Not a whole.
and indeed if they punt it, but we had a guy right there in position and just whiffed. Ran right by him. And once he did, there wasn't anything back behind him.
They snapped it to the up back, and the up back just took it around the end. And like Steve said, there's just one guy there, and we'd stacked it in the middle like we were going to go for a punt block in the middle, so it was a good call because they ran away from our strength in the middle, and we didn't have anybody out there.
Mayfield's extra point is good. 1:36 to go, first half. Crockett County builds their lead to 28-0. This is Hardin County Football, 93.5 FM. We'll be back in 30 seconds. So the Cavaliers try to draw us off. They take a timeout, send the punt team out, and they go 48 yards for the touchdown.
Well, it was a good time for – I mean, with the kind of lead and the way the game's going, you would think their coaches have the luxury of doing just about whatever they want. But I really thought that they would punt because they're up 21 with a minute and a half to go in the game, and why not punt? But that's why, so you can run a trick play and score.
Or maybe they said if we get a certain look over here. Mayfield will kick it, a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 25, at the 40, at the 45. A good run back.
Rodriguez.
By Chris Rodriguez.
That's a defensive end running the ball up.
Yeah, looked good doing it, too. So they'll run it up here to the 46.
Yeah, it's the best field position we've had. The only problem is there's a minute 29 left in the half.
So 1:29 to go. First down, 1st and 10, Tigers. Receiver to the left, 2 to the near side. Here's a snap. Coleman going to take it right at the middle. Goes into Cavalier territory at the 48. A good pickup on first down.
We only have one timeout left. I think that's right, isn't it?
Yeah. So Coleman out.
Hope we need it.
To the 48, second down, 2nd and 3 as we move it into Cavalier territory. 1:05 to go. Clock moving. Under a minute now. Here's a snap. Drops back. In the pocket. Fires over the middle into triple coverage, and it's going to be intercepted. Trying to get Davis, but he threw it into not triple coverage, more like quadruple coverage. They all collapsed right in the middle of the field around Keaton, and the Tigers turn it over. So with 53 seconds after the fake punt touchdown run, they got the ball back at their 35-yard line. See how they play this.
Oh, they're going to try to score.
Here's a snap. Looking right. Fires. Complete at the 40-yard line, and it'll be hammered out of bounds. That's Browder on the tackle.
Got it out of bounds. Stop the clock. They're just running their 2-minute drill.
Second down, 2nd and 3, a pickup of 7. Burgess in the shotgun. 3 receivers left now. Straight drop, looks right, single coverage, fires down the sideline. It's going to be complete. I think. No, they're going to say he caught it out of bounds. Was a good catch.
It was a good catch.
Right over his shoulder.
Good coverage. It was just a perfect throw.
That's Browder.
The reason it's a perfect throw, though, is he's just standing back there looking around. And we're not getting any pressure on the quarterback when he wants to throw the ball. You got to get somebody that wants to get back there and make him work.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 3 with 37 seconds to go here in the first half. Burgess in the shotgun, trips left, 1 receiver to the right, Woods to his left. Here's a snap. He's going to run it. Right up the middle, has some running room across the 45, across the 50 to the 49 of the Tigers. That'll move the chains and stop the clock. So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 at our 49. Now they're back on the line of scrimmage, ready to go again. 2 receivers left and right. Wood stands to his right. Here's a snap. Looking, fires, complete, and dropped. And now here comes a late flag.
They're going to get us for a PI. I didn't really see it. We're kind of trailing the receiver. Might be something else.
Pass interference on Chavez.
That's pretty picky.
Yep, I thought it was good coverage. Excuse me.
Well, the official on their side's the one that called it. Usually the coaches
Austin.
are hollering and going, pass interference.
Yep.
No,
So that's a big one because it'll move it to the
Well,
34-yard
they
line.
can throw the end zone there.
With 17 seconds to go. Now they get them lined up. 3 receivers left, 1 to the far side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Looking left. Fakes it. Now trying to fire deep. Got a man open at the 5. Makes a move there. Dives to the end zone. They hadn't made a signal yet. They're going to say he's out at the 1. With 8 seconds to go here in the first half.
There's still hope. Good route running. They ran the wheel route behind their wide out, and nobody went with him. He was wide open.
It's running. I don't think they realize it.
It shouldn't be running. It's 1st down.
Well, did he not go out of bounds?
I can't see from where I am.
I thought he was out of bounds.
I can't see the corner.
Clock started running. They'll probably put the 8 seconds back up.
Well, I mean, that.
So now they're going to call a timeout with 8 seconds. So they'll have to burn a timeout. Or Hardin County calls a timeout. Their last one.
I'll bet you a fresh banana that big running back touches it right here. You want to bet?
Well, I don't know about a fresh banana. I'd say you're probably right.
How about?
Coming up, the Central Bank Tiger halftime show. We'll go over all the scoring plays in the first half and get you set for the second half. Also, the Tiger Report, other Tiger action going on this week. We'll get you caught up on that as well. But right now, we still have some business to take care of. 1st and goal from the 1, 8 seconds to go. They'll send the receiver right, receiver left. Woods to the right of Burgess. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Woods. He'll walk in. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
One of the issues that Hardin County's had all year is teams running off the edge. We just can't get that edge set and influence that running back, because once all these teams that we played have been able to get on the corner of our defense and then turn it upfield and pretty much without much trouble. And something that they got to work on is setting that edge.
Mayfield in the kick. Snap is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 5 seconds to go here in the half. And the Cavaliers have built a commanding lead here in the first half, 35-0. Let's take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football on 93.5 FM. Mayfield will spot it on the 40 here on the near hash. Here's the kick, high end over end kick. Corb comes up. He's going to take it at the 35 and get knocked down at the 37. And the clock will wind down. A little scuffling going on out there, getting a little chippy. But the clock strikes 0. And that's the end of the first half, and not a good first half for the Tigers, as Crockett County puts 35 on the board. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll look at the first half, also the Tiger report, as we get ready for the Central Bank halftime show. That's coming your way next. Welcome back to Alamo, Tennessee, home of the Crockett County Cavaliers, as the Pride is out on the field performing for the home crowd, I think. Is that the Pride? Is that us or them? I can't tell. Huh? That's us? Yeah, that's what I thought. First time I seen them with the feather hats. Yeah, kind of messed me up. Anyway, as the band is out on the field here at halftime, let's take a look at the first half. The Tigers won the toss, elected to receive. They go 3 plays, punted away. Crockett County took over at their own 42. On play number 1, they go 58 yards as Burgess hit Luton on a 58-yard touchdown pass. Extra point good, 7-0 at that point. Hardin County gets it back at their own 33. They go 6 plays and have to punt it away. The killer there was we had it 3rd down and 7. Got a flag and moved it back. We had to punt it away. Crockett County took over on our own 49-yard line. They go 4 plays, 29 yards, touchdown run by Burgess, 14-0. As we move to the second quarter, Hardin County goes on a 13-play drive, but on 4th down, they get sacked and turn it over on downs inside Crockett County territory. Crockett County takes over at the 41, 6 plays. Big Woods goes 13 yards for the touchdown run, 21-0 at that point. Hardin County goes 3 and out on their next possession and punt it back to Crockett County. They get Crockett County in a 4th down play, and then they run the fake punt, run a touchdown 48 yards. After we've had them, it was 3rd down and 29. They got it to 4th down and 8, ran the trick play, and they go up 28-0 at that point. Hardin County comes back, first play, interception. Turn it back over to them on their 35, and then they get down to the 1-yard line after a passing catch from Woods to Luton, or excuse me, from Burgess to Luton. 1-yard run from Woods from the 1-yard line, and they go up 35-0. That's our halftime score as the Cavaliers in control of this game. And it's started from the first play of the game and ended with a touchdown here in the first half. And the Tigers are in a little bit of trouble.
They got a good ball club. I mean, they are very efficient. Everything they wanted to do, they've done. I mean, we haven't stopped anything from special teams to their run game to their passing game. We've had trouble getting pressure to the quarterback. He just kind of stands back, throws a pretty ball, a good quarterback. And he's got guys with good speed, but it's mainly their execution has been flawless with what they wanted to do against our set. So give them credit. They've just outplayed us from the first down on, and got to give them credit. It's like you said, you think it may be the best team we've seen, and I mean team. I've seen individuals that we've played that may have had a lot of ability, but as a team, they played really good ball.
Well, here's the thing, too. I'm looking at their class of the players that are in here. There's a lot of sophomores and juniors out on that field for them. And a pretty good football team. They've shown it here tonight. They've been clicking on all cylinders.
Well, there's going to be a lot of freshmen. There's going to be a lot of freshmen out there for the second half.
Yeah, exactly.
But Hardin County just they've not won either line of scrimmage, the offense, defense. We've had passes that we could have made plays on and didn't. We've thrown interceptions. We've muffed a kickoff. We've got penalties when we were in short yardage situations. I mean, it's we haven't helped ourselves, but it's more about what they're doing to us than our own mistakes. They're just they're just beating us across the board, bottom line.
All right, we're at halftime here in Alamo, Tennessee. Crockett County on top of the Tigers, 35-0. The Pride out on the field performing for the home crowd. And when we return, Riley McAdams will have the Tiger Report. We'll get you caught up on all the other things happening around Hardin County High School sports. Right here on 93.5 FM, WKWX K93. Back after this timeout. All right, welcome back to Alamo, Tennessee. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll bringing you Hardin County football tonight. Kendall out on assignment tonight, and I'm sure he's tuning in. And he may have made the right choice going out on assignment tonight. It's not been a good one for the Tigers so far here in the first half. Let's bring Riley McAdams in. She'll get you caught up on all the other sports action around Hardin County High School this week. The Tiger Report on your way now.
Thank you, Mr. Steve. Tuesday night, the girls' soccer team got a big 8-2 win at Jackson Southside. Haley Shoemaker scored 3 goals. Ella Heyman scored 2. Grace Ann Butke, Jaylee Jean, and Paloma Del Real scored 1 goal apiece. Last night, the girls' soccer team defeated Haywood 9-1. Haley Shoemaker had 4 goals. Ella Heyman scored 3. Sabrina Huerta and Grace Ann Butke had 1 goal apiece. The Lady Tigers will host Lawrence County next Monday and travel to Adamsville on Tuesday. The cross-country team traveled to the Lexington High School Tiger Run on Tuesday. Lauren Carpenter led the Lady Tigers, coming in 9th out of 81 girls. She was followed by Allison Catalan in 20th place and Jasmine Storms in 48th. The Tigers were led by Victor Atanasio, who came in 35th out of 148 guys. He was followed by Jonah Wilson in 37th place and Rhett Butler in 58th place. The volleyball team will be in Brooks, Alabama tomorrow for the Brooks Invitational Tournament. On Monday, they will travel to Lexington, and on Tuesday, they will host Jackson Northside. For both these matches, JV will start at 5 with varsity playing at 6. The golf teams will start district tournament play on Monday in Decatur County at 9 o'clock. The JV football team will host Lexington on Monday at 6. Varsity football will be back at home next week after 3 straight road games, taking on Evangelical Christian School out of Memphis. Next week's game is Go Gold for Childhood Cancer Awareness. Fans are encouraged to wear gold to support the cause. If you can't make it out to Jim Carroll Stadium next Friday, be sure to tune in to the game right here on K93 and stick around for the halftime report with my partner, Eliza Brown. I'm Riley McAdams with Tiger Radio, signing off.
All right, great job, Riley, as always, and I appreciate you coming up here and getting us caught up. As you always do an outstanding job. Not much of a game, though, tonight so far, right?
No.
But we still got a second half. You never know. And we'll get the ball. No, they'll get the ball to start the second half, won't they? That's not a good thing either. All right, Riley, I appreciate it. And great job as always. And we'll see you next week for Go Go.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a timeout. This is the Central Bank halftime report. We're in Alamo, Tennessee, where the Tigers are down 35-0 to Crockett County here at the half. Let's take about a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the second half kick coming your way in just a few. We're at halftime here in Alamo, Tennessee, as Crockett County on top of the Tigers, 35-0. The Crockett County Cavalier band out on the field. The Pride performed earlier, and Crockett County will get the football to start the third quarter. It's been pretty much all Crockett County. We've moved the ball a couple of times, but penalties, and then they're late an interception, and then the defense give up a big third down play, 3rd and 29. They got it within 8 yards, and then after trying a hard count, they called timeout, sent their punter out, and then they faked it, snapped it to the up back, got outside, and off to the races he went. And then we come back with an interception, got Coleman threw a pick, and they went down and scored again on a long pass play and then run it in from a yard out. So that's kind of the way it's been here in the first half. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with a second half kick when we return. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back in 1 minute. Back at Crockett County High School, Crockett County and Hardin County back out on the field. Hardin County still going through some warm-ups. Crockett County has made their way onto the sideline, and we're just a few minutes away from kickoff here in the third quarter. Crockett County will get the football to start the third with a 35-0 lead. And Kirk, man, it's been tough sledding, but I'm telling you, Crockett County's had a lot to do with that tonight.
Well, I just walked up those steps, Steve.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're out of
breath. You're going to have
breath.
to give me about 20 minutes to get over it. Man, they're steep.
Yeah, they are, and I appreciate you going down there.
Yeah, I got you, Mr. Pibb.
Yeah, I appreciate it. All right, both teams out on the field. The second half kick is coming your way. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. We appreciate you tuning in to all of our football action each and every Friday night. Starts at 5:30 with Coach to Coach, and then the Central Bank pregame show, and then the kickoffs at 7 p.m. The Tigers will be back home next week. ECS out of Memphis will be in town to take on the Tigers for Go night. The Tiger tailgate party will start around 5:15. Tiger walk at 5:55. We'll go on the air at 6:30 with a pregame show, and then lead you up to kickoff at 7. Jonah Wilson in to kick for the Tigers. His first time to kick tonight.
Well, you get down in the first half, and then you have to kick off to them, start second.
Yeah. Here's a high kick. It hits the turf, bounces up in the air.
Good
and
cover.
he's immediately taken down at about the 34-yard line. So the Cavaliers will have it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. A score of interest. Lexington at halftime is on top of Chester County, 33-0. A little shocked about that myself.
Yeah, we've got them in a couple of weeks, don't
Yeah,
we? Maybe
yeah.
3.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Cavaliers. Burgess brings them out. 3 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. He's got a new tailback in the game. We'll get that here in a minute. Here's a snap, trying to get outside, and he's going to be hit, and then he breaks it back to the inside and just juking around and gets out to the 35.
He did a lot of running for 1 yard.
Yep.
He
That
didn't
is
pick up that.
Pickens, a senior, one of the few seniors for the Cavaliers. Pickup of a couple on the play. Second down, 2nd and 8. Two receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side. They're going from the north to the south. Here's a snap. They give it to Pickens again. This time he's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped there.
Good play. Set the edge. Came up Steve. And cut him off. He didn't have anywhere to go. Tried to cut it back to the middle, and we were there.
That's Brody Bixler on the tackle for the Tigers, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and about 12 yards. Burgess looks to the sideline. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the far side. 4-man front for the Tigers. Now he'll send Pickens to the left. He'll flare it out to him. Has it at the 35, still on his feet. Spins there away from Hardin, and then he grabs him by the shirt and says, "Whoa now."
Bulldog.
Yeah.
He bulldogged him down then. It looked like he was in a rodeo trying to tackle a calf.
So they'll go 3 and out, and I say they'll punt it. We'll see. Mayfield will come out. He's done all the kicking chores for the Cavaliers. Back deep is Keaton Davis. Keaton will stand about his 27-yard line. Mayfield will kick it from his 26. Here's a snap, no rush. There's a low end-over-end kick. It's going to take a Tiger bounce, and they'll down it at about the 38-yard line. That's where Hardin County will take over. First down, 1st and 10 at their own 38. So the Tigers get a stop. As the Cavaliers, Woods out of the game. I don't know if he's injured or they just decided that they're going to set him for the second half.
Why get him hurt? Yeah, we didn't know if he was going to play. I don't know what the situation was, but he did play. When he played, he showed up.
First down, 1st and 10. Man in motion, right is Smith. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Ruddle, trying to get outside. He's at the 40, at the 45, and he'll be knocked down at about the 46-yard line.
That's the first time, Steve, that I've seen in the game that we've been able to collapse the edge enough to get out there and get our shoulders squared up. Good run, good 7-yard run.
Pick up a 7 on the carry by Ruddle. It'll be second down, 2nd and 3. The ball spotted up at the 46-yard line of the Tigers. 2 receivers to the left, Davis and White. One here to the near side is Snodgrass. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Ruddle, trying the left side of the offensive line, and he'll be inside Cavalier territory to the 48. And that'll be enough for Hardin County Bank first down. So 2 plays, 2 runs, and a first down for the Tigers into Cavalier territory at the 49. Now they'll go empty backfield, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the far side. 3-man front for the Cavaliers. Coleman walking out, trying to get everybody lined up. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking right, back to the left, under pressure. Still looking, and then he's just going to flick it out of bounds.
They're going to call, well, I think they're going to call intentional grounding.
Why would they? We got people over there.
Yeah.
Maybe didn't throw it past the line of
Or
scrimmage.
they may be calling a late hit on quarterback. I don't know.
Well, he started skirting down the line.
He shuffled past it.
Yeah.
He didn't throw it overhand.
So here's the call. So legal block in the back on us.
They were going away from us. You couldn't really see. I know we were chasing one of their linemen who was after our quarterback. I'm sure that's where it came from, but you couldn't really see it from here.
So that moves it back to the 41-yard line. First down, 1st and a bunch. Man in motion right. They're going from the south to the north. Coleman's going to keep it right up the middle, still on his feet and driving for a couple to the 43, 44-yard line. They'll spot it at the 44-yard line. 5:45 to go here in the third quarter. 35-0 our score. Crockett County on top. Crockett County took the opening kick here in the third, went 3 and out. And the Tigers started this drive at their own 38. And they've got it out to the 44. Their own 44. Second down. Coleman, straight drop, looking, fires over the middle of the field, and it's going to be picked. Underthrew Corbin, trying to get him at the 45. He was in bracket coverage, and his second interception on the night.
Yeah, they're a good team. I mean, across the board, we've had some shots on them in the passing game. But all in all, they're solid across the board. I mean, their secondary has made plays. Defensive line has, their linebackers have been active.
So Burgess will bring them out. First down, 1st and 10 Cavaliers at the 36, their own. Here's a snap. Pickens with the ball right at the middle, cuts back to the right. and then squirts out to about the 43-yard line. Pick up about 7 on the carry. So Green on the tackle for Hardin County. As the Cavaliers shuffling players in and out now. Second down, 2nd and 3. 4 minutes to go here in the third. Burgess in the shotgun. Pickens to his left, 2 receivers right, 1 to the near side. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Pickens again, trying the right side. Has the first down across the 50 into Tiger territory at the 45, down to about the 43-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. He takes that little step left and then
well, I tell you what,
to the right.
Our defense is getting to see complete opposites in the running backs. That big guy that was, what, 230, 235, 240
he's
maybe.
just running right at us.
Now they got a guy that
speed and running counter.
Well, he cuts 4 times before he gets line of scrimmage.
First down. Here's a snap. Same thing. This time he'll cut it back to the middle of the field and gets to the 40-yard line.
Plus, I'm sure they're really good with just running the ball and eating the clock up and get to the end of this.
Second down, 2nd and 7. A pickup of 3 on the play. Burgess in the shotgun formation. Man in motion left. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Pickens again, trying to get outside. Cuts it back and gets across the 35 to about the 32. Boy, you had Roto out there and just a quick step back to the inside.
Yeah, it is.
Maddox was in position, and then all of a sudden he was gone. Now, he's not very big either. What do you think? Probably about 5'5", 5'6", probably about $150.
Yeah. Yep. He's quick. He'd be a great flag ball player. Nobody ever be able to grab his flags. He's just a jitterbug.
So enough for a first down. 1st and 10 Cavaliers. 2 minutes to go in the third. Here's a snap. They'll give it to him again. Gets hit and knocked down, but he drags a couple of Tigers.
Well, the big problem, like that play right there, you give somebody that quick with that much open space to run in and get going downfield, it's hard to make a play on them. Yeah. I mean, they're too quick, and that's happening because their offensive line's winning that battle, and we're not being able to make that guy alter anywhere he wants to go. I mean, that's where the hole's designed to go, and that's where he goes. And
Chavez and Rasback in on the tackle for the Tigers. Same formation, 2 receivers left, 1 on the far side. This time Pickens stands to the right of Burgess. Now man in motion right. Here's a snap. Give it to Pickens again. This time in the middle. It's hit by Hardin. Bounces off of him at the 25 and then fights down to about the 22. He took a pretty good shot by Heath and kept his ground and picked up another couple of yards, so that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 1. Under a minute to go here in the third.
This is where they're wanting to prove their manhood. And this is where, when you're on that defense, you still got to want to stop them. You got to have enough pride where it doesn't matter when it is or what it is or the score. You do your job, make a play. 3rd
down, 3rd and 1. This time they'll throw it complete, makes a move at the 20, and then he's going to be knocked out of bounds. So he got by Ellis Smith and then Coleman on the tackle for the Tigers.
Good tackle by him. He came across him.
Yeah, and that's going to be the last play of the third quarter as they move it down to the 15. We'll take a timeout after 3 quarters of play. 35-0 our score, but the Cavaliers are driving. We'll have the 4th quarter when we return. This is Hardin County Football, 93.5 FM. Welcome back to Hardin County Football right here from Alamo, Tennessee. Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll bringing you the action tonight. Tigers in a pickle, to say the least. Down 35-0 as we move to the fourth. They've got it first down, 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's a snap. Give it to Pickens again. He's got it at the 10. Dives over the 5-yard line. But that one may come back.
Flag down. Yeah.
Or it may be on us.
We may line up in neutral zone.
We'll see.
I thought I saw him point towards our side. Now, good deal.
Legal motion on the Cavaliers. That'll move them back 5 to the 20. So instead of 1st and goal at the 4.
He wasn't pointing at our side. He was giving the illegal shift signal, which looked like he was pointing at us.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 15. Ball back at the 20-yard line. Here's a snap. Pickens right up the gut. He's at the 15, he's at the 10. Still on his feet at the 5. Spins his way to the 2. Goodness gracious. Now they're going to hurry up. Line it up. Tigers trying to get people on the field.
They've got a new quarterback in the game.
Yeah, 1st and goal. He's going to keep it, trying to get to the outside. He's going to be hit by Ellis Smith and driven backwards.
Good tackle, good play out there.
Also, Javier Chavez on the tackle. That's Chris Vance, a freshman at quarterback. So we've got a freshman at quarterback and senior at tailback. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. 2nd down, 2nd and goal from the 3. Here's a snap. Pickens. He's going to be hitting the backfield and knocked down there. That's Coleman along with Chavez again.
Good job, good tackle. Don't quit down here.
Actually lost a yard back to the 4. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and goal from the 4. Man in motion. Here's a snap. They'll give it to him on the speed sweep, trying to get outside. He's hit, and he's going to be drugged down back at about the 7.
Coleman made another good play, didn't he?
Sure did.
That was him out there on the edge.
That was Luton on the carry. And that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and goal from the 7, and they're going to send Mayfield out.
Coleman being a quarterback, it's probably pretty nice in a game like this to get to tackle them instead of them trying to get you all night.
Vance will hold. Mayfield will kick it. It'll be a 24-yarder from the left hash. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So Mayfield knocks it in from 24 yards out. They build their lead to 38-0. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. Okay, Sports Talk in the morning at 9 a.m. right here on 93.5 FM. We'll get you Sports Saturday started. As Coach Seaton will be in, we'll talk about tonight's game and get you set for a game at home finally next week. Also, we'll lead you up to the Tennessee game, Tennessee and UAB, right here on 93.5 FM. Here's Mayfield's kick. Smith asks for a fair catch. He gets it at the 26-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over. First down, 1st and 10. Ball Network will take over around 10 o'clock. They'll get you to the kickoff at 11:45. Catch it all right here on your number one sports station, 93.5 FM, WKWX. Coleman in the shotgun. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Bingham right up the middle. He's going to hit, be banged around, and knocked down at about the 28. Pickup of a couple on the play. Carroll on the tackle for the Cavaliers. 6:13 to go. Tigers trail 38-zip. Tigers will fall to 1-4 as we reach the halfway mark, but 0-3 in the district. That's going to be a lot of ground to make up. Here's a snap. Bingham, right side, has some running room across the 35, fights his way down close to a first down. I think he's got it out to the 37.
Good
and
run.
He does, yeah. Hardin County
Stayed
Bank.
low, got behind his blocks.
Hardin County Bank first down. That's Isaiah Bingham. Coleman looking to the sideline. Clock under 6.5 minutes now. Or excuse me, 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Here's a snap. This time, Coleman will keep it across the 40 up to the 43-yard line. So a good pickup on first down.
Down to 5 minutes. It's gone in a hurry.
Yeah. Second down. 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. Davis out to the right. Snodgrass here to the near side. Coleman in the shotgun. Bingham to his right. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Bingham, looking for some running room. Bounces it outside. Still on his feet at the 50. Breaks a tackle there at the 45. The Cavaliers down to about the 42. So another good run by Isaiah. And that'll be enough for Hardin County Bank first down. Now he'll come out of the game. Ruddle back in. .4:19 to go here in the game. Receiver right, receiver left. Here's a snap. Ruddle this time trying to get outside, cuts it back. Now he does, makes the turn at the 30, going down the sideline. 25-20 and knocked out of bounds inside the 20 to about the 18.
I thought he might get it. I mean, they barely got to him there on the sideline. He just about had a touchdown.
That's enough for Hardin County Bank first down. Tigers started this drive at their own 26. They've worked it down to the 19 of the Cavaliers with 3:30 to go. Two receivers to the right. Bingham back in the game now for the Tigers at tailback. Coleman in the shotgun formation. Four-man front for the Cavaliers. Here comes a man in motion. Speed sweep. They'll give it to Davis. Trying to get outside at the 20, or excuse me, at the 15, and he's going to be knocked down at about the 14-yard line. I think that may have hurt him.
Yeah.
That was a kind of an awkward
Yeah,
fall.
it was.
And they're going to have to call a timeout on the injury.
Yeah, that was different looking.
He kind of got him by the back of his neck, and he just kind of landed funny.
Yeah, it was awkward.
So Davis is down at the 14-yard line. Blake McAdams out there taking a look at him and looking at his left leg, it looks like. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back right after this.
Like he's hip or something.
Keaton is up, and he's walking off the field.
Gingerly.
Yeah, as Blake's helping him off, but he is walking off. Yeah, it's kind of a weird, sometimes with this turf, you're talking about injuries earlier with turf.
Yeah.
Sometimes those cleats will get hung up, and you get somebody that kind of pulling on you.
It was just an awkward, it wasn't a typical natural fall or tackle. It was a gimpy movement in it.
So it'll be second down, 2nd and 5. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Bingham has it, and he just lowers his head at the 10. About a yard short of the first down. So it'll be 3rd down. They're going to move him back. Looks like to about the 11. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 2. 2:30 to go here in the game. Tigers trying to get on the board here late. Bingham standing to the left of Coleman. 2 receivers to the right. Cavaliers running players on and off. Here comes a man in motion near side. Here's a snap. Coleman will get it. He's at the 5-yard line. Breaks outside there, and then it's going to be knocked down at the 4.
First down, though.
That'll be another Hardin County Bank. First down, 1st and goal from the 4. Clock under 2 minutes and counting in the game. Coleman brings them to the line. Bingham to the right. Receiver right, receiver left. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Bingham. Looking for some running room. Bounces outside into the end zone. Touchdown, Hardin County. Isaiah Bingham goes in from 4 yards out, and the Tigers are on the board.
Little stutter step, and then lowered his head and got the touchdown. Good job.
Jonah Wilson in the kick. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is just over the crossbar and good.
If you were sitting on the crossbar, you could have caught it.
And so the Tigers get on the board with 40 seconds to go here in the game. Clock running, 38-7 our score. We might get a kickoff.
It's going to be close. If both coaches didn't do anything, they'd let the clock run without calling delay a game. And
There's no foul on the play. Extra point.
So Isaiah goes in from 4 yards out, gets his first score as a Hardin County Tiger. And they're going to let it wind down. That'll do it for tonight. Let's take a timeout. Central Bank postgame show coming your way next. This is Hardin County Football, 93.5 FM. Welcome to the Central Bank postgame show here from Alamo, Tennessee, as Crockett County defeats Hardin County 38-7 is the final score. Let's look at the scoring in the first half. Crockett County got on the board first, play number 1, for 58-yard touchdown pass. They're up 7-0. Then they go on another scoring drive after we punt it away, as Burgess, the quarterback, goes 29 yards, 14-0 at that point. Move to the second quarter. Tigers really only, second drive, their first drive of the first half, 13 plays, but we get sacked on 4th down and have to turn it over on downs. Crockett County comes back with a 6-play drive. Woods, the tailback, goes in from 13 yards out, and it's 21-0. Tigers have to go 3 and out again, punt it away. Crockett County goes 6 plays, have a 4th down play, 4th and 8. They fake the punt, go 48 yards for the touchdown, 28-0 at that point. We come back on play number 2, throw a pick, and Crockett County capitalizes on that. And Woods goes in for a 1-yard run, his second of the night, 35-0. And that's where we were at halftime. Crockett County got the opening kickoff in the third quarter, 3 and out. Tigers got it back. Started at their own 38, went 4 plays, another turnover as Coleman was picked for the second time. As we moved to the fourth, Crockett County went 8 plays. Mayfield a 24-yard field goal, 38-0 at that point. And then the Tigers get it, and they started at their own 26 as they go 74 yards. 5-play drive, Bingham from 4 yards out, 38-7 our final. And Kirk, really and truly, Crockett County just too much backfield. Burgess, a good quarterback. Woods dominating from the back, and we really couldn't run the ball at all. They were good up front. They controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides and made it tough for us. Although we had some opportunities for plays, but when you have those opportunities, you have to make the plays. We had some drops, a couple of interceptions, and, you said this team can't afford to not play perfect most of the night.
No, I mean, there's a lot of years and a lot of teams. I don't know that Crockett County is that much better than we are or better than teams that we've seen already, but I do know this. As a unit, they play really good ball together, and I mean they controlled it from the get-go. And like you said, we had a couple of. I think if they had a weakness that you could exploit, it would have been their secondary. But we didn't have time to throw the ball and stand there and look for the open receivers. So I mean, they won the battle at the line of scrimmage. So when we tried to throw the ball, Coleman was always rushed and having to scramble out of the pocket. So if we could have blocked them up front, I think we could have probably completed some passes. Like you said, we dropped 1 or 2, and so they took away the things that we could do. And offensively, they had weapons on offense, and they won the line of scrimmage on that side of the ball too. So I mean, it was just a woodshed trip.
Yep.
It's about what it amounted to. I mean, they did whatever they wanted to. They just whipped us. They won the ball game. Some games you feel like you hurt yourself and caused your own trouble, but in this case, there's not anybody associated with Hardin County that won't say that they just beat us. And that's the way it is. No other way to.
Yeah. Well, we kept fighting.
Yeah, I mean, they
didn't give up.
And it was good seeing like Bingham, young guys get in the game there for that last series. And it's like I said earlier, I haven't really seen them quit. It's just they're playing teams right now that have traditionally been. It's an unusually strong district.
Yeah.
You got Lexington beating Chester County.
Yeah.
And by a lot. And Chester County beat us by a lot.
Yeah.
And you just look across the board, Dyer County.
Well, you had Dyer County and Crockett County this year into a already tough enough district as it was.
And the flip side of that coin is Hardin County has been that dominant team when the conference was weaker.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're kind of at the place some of those teams that we used to beat pretty regularly. We're finding our way out of that hole.
Yeah. Well, it was a tough night. And we'll talk about it again tomorrow with Coach Alex Seaton. He'll be in for Sports Talk at 9 a.m. right here on 93.5 FM. And we'll try it again next week. Tigers finally at home. We've been on the road 3 weeks in a row. ECS will be in town on Friday night for Go Night, Wear Your Go. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And Team Aaron and the Go staff done it again. I'm sure they've outdone themselves once again, raising money for St. Jude. Well, that'll do it for us here in Alamo, Tennessee. And like I said, we'll talk about it again in the morning. Sports Talk. Tigers leads at 38-7. Tigers fall to 1-4 on the regular season, 0-3 in district play. So for Ashton at the station, Kurt, Kendall, I'm Steve Cornell saying so long, Tiger fans. See you in the morning at 9.